Welcome to our first class of Honors Art Upcycling Crafts. So first of all, you can just get anything around the house that your parents say that you can use. I showed you in the picture some of the items that I've gathered, but it doesn't have to be exactly what I have. Just use your imagination. It's fine. There's no wrong way to do it as long as you have permission from your parents to use what you're going to use, okay? I'm sure you guys could just check your recycling bin, and then there's just plenty of things that you could use from there, okay? Or things you have laying around, or just, please just make sure you have permission from your parents before you start using it though, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna do this, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make an upcycle robot today, and I'm gonna use some items, like I said. You don't have to use the items I use. You don't have to build it the same way I built it, okay? So I'm gonna start off with my base. So for my base, I'm gonna use an empty Rice Krispie Treat box. I didn't eat all these. I just found the box in the office, actually. So I'm gonna secure it though. So first you probably want to, you can use duct tape or a different kind of tape. And I'm gonna secure it, first of all, so that I don't have these things falling apart on me, so it's easier to work with. So you wanna make sure you tape all your boxes first, okay? So tape all the boxes you're gonna use. These boxes are gonna be the main part of my robot, like the body parts, okay? So I'm gonna use this one. I'm also gonna use a cheese and cracker box, okay? You can use cereal boxes. You can use empty Kleenex boxes. You can just gather up whatever you can gather from your house, okay? So you guys have been home more. We've all been home more, so I'm sure you guys just have boxes, empty boxes, or you can use shoe boxes. Anything is fine, okay? Like I said, it doesn't have to be these kind of boxes for sure. So my other one is a graham cracker box. So I'm just gonna tape these shut so that I don't have any flaps to deal with, okay? All right, so I'm just taping these shut. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna start with my base. You wanna have a strong base. So let me grab some things I'm gonna use for my base really quick. Okay, so what I'm choosing to use for my base is I'm gonna use these cups that I just found in my cupboard in my classroom from leftover from probably a St. Patrick's Day party we had sometime. And then I'm also gonna use 2 Diet Coke can bottles. As you know, if you've been in my class, I love Diet Coke. I know, it's not that good for me, but I just really love it. But I only let myself drink 1 a day, okay? But you guys shouldn't do that. Drink water, lots of water. I drink lots of water too. All right, so for this, you can either use, I'm gonna use duct tape. You can use glue, or you can use tape, whatever you want. Like I said, there's no wrong way to do this, as long as it stays together and as long as you have permission from your parents to use whatever you're using, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tape this around, so it's easier if I put it to the side on my table like this, and I just, oops, well, you might mess up like I did right there. Kind of crinkle the tape, but it's okay, just let it go. And you just kind of wrap it around for it to secure to itself, okay? Like that, wrap it around. Okay, good. So that's gonna be my shoe and my leg, or my foot and my leg, whatever. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay. I'm gonna start over here. And then I'm gonna turn it on the side so it's easier to work with. So I could just roll it. And you know, maybe if you need an extra hand, you can ask one of your nice brothers or sisters to hold it for you as you do it, or kindly ask your parents if they can take a break from what they're doing to help you out. So we got our legs and we got our feet or our shoes, whatever you want to use, okay? So there we go. That's that. Or, you know, another thing you can use for legs is maybe empty the middle part of the paper towel roll, an empty one, or an empty toilet paper roll, anything like that, okay? Just giving you some ideas. All right, so now we're gonna try to connect this to our body part right here. So the thing is, you can just use the boxes like this as is if you want, it's fine. Or, you know, maybe you have some paper, empty paper laying around. I have some extra paper that I'm gonna use, or newspaper, or whatever you wanna do, okay? So I'm gonna glue it, kind of gonna decorate mine a little bit. And I'm gonna put glue all over here. I'm not gonna worry about doing the top because you won't be able to see it that much anyway, so I'm gonna put another box on top of that, okay? So, just flatten it. Okay, so I'm gonna do the front of mine like that. Okay, and it's fine. It doesn't have to, look, I have like extra right here. It doesn't have to, I don't have to cut it to make it match exactly. Whatever you want is fine. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the back. Okay, so put glue in back, press it down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so my front and my back are like that, okay? But like I said, you don't have to put paper on it, whatever you want is fine. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to connect this box up here to it. And for this one, I'm just gonna use some old wrapping paper that I have. So I'm just gonna use some old wrapping paper that I have for this part. And just to make it easier, I'm just going to use tape for this one, just regular Scotch tape. And I'm just gonna tape it here up top. I put some tape there. And I'm just gonna wrap it around so it's easier, so I don't have to deal with cutting anything. Okay, so, but like I said, you do not have to wrap it. You do not need paper. Maybe you have newspaper. Maybe your parents have old wrapping paper they are fine with you using. It's fine. Or, you know, maybe some of those ads that come in the mail, some ads for like Jack in the Box or Target or whatever, that's fine too. Okay, whatever you want, or not, you don't have to do any. Okay, so I'm going to connect this to the top right here, and I'm gonna do that with duct tape. And I'm just gonna roll two pieces like this. I'm gonna roll one, stick it on top of there, and roll another one. Like I said, you don't have to use tape. You can use glue, you can use Scotch tape, whatever you have around the house, okay? And so I have these two pieces like this. And I'm just gonna take this part, the part that I didn't wrap, and I'm just gonna stick it on there. Try to make it in the middle, like that. Oops. Okay, kind of bent that a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, so we good? Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, okay, now I'm gonna do the head. Okay, so this is gonna be my head. The graham cracker box is gonna be my head. This is gonna be like kind of like the shoulder part, okay, right here. Okay, so that's over there. Let's see, for this one, I can also use, maybe you have some extra lunch bags or paper bags at home from shopping that your parents have done. So I'm gonna use a couple paper bags for this one, okay? So I'm just gonna tape it for my face. And you know what? You might mess up because duct tape is kind of hard to cut sometimes. And it's okay because I kind of messed up on my cutting, and that's fine because we're just gonna cover it up. So like, see how that? I kind of messed up on that, but you know what? It doesn't have to look perfect because I'm just gonna cover it up with another bag. So you can cut like an old Trader Joe's bag or a grocery bag or whatever. you want to use, or you don't have to cover it up if you don't want to. Okay, there's that one. Now I'm going to use another one for the back part, okay? Or maybe, just remind me, this kind of looks like the same size of like a box of microwave popcorn. You can use that too. We love popcorn at our house. I don't know if you eat popcorn at your house, the microwavable kind. But like I said, there's not a single specific thing you have to use. Just look around your house. Okay, so there we go. So those were a little bit better. Okay, so that's that. And now this is going to be my head, okay? So like that. Okay, so I don't think I want to attach this yet on here because I want to do something to make the face, okay, later on. Now, for the next part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate this a little bit, like the body part, okay? So you could do whatever you want, okay? Maybe you might have like some empty bottles, and you can use the top, like these lids or something, or you can use other things, whatever you want, okay? So I have these coffee filters that I'm gonna use, kind of for like the front of it, these coffee filters, okay? So I am going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them onto the front of this, okay? I'm going to bend this paper down a little bit, this paper down here at the end, and I'm actually going to tape it because it's kind of getting in the way a little bit because I didn't, you know how I didn't cut it to make it measure exactly like it? It's kind of not sitting right, so I'm just going to use some tape to tape it down because it's kind of getting in my way. So we're just gonna go with it, and if something needs to be fixed, we just fix it along the way, right? No big deal. We're just gonna have fun with this and just kind of see what we create. Alrighty. Okay, that'll be easier to work with. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to take these. But I think what I want to do first is I'm going to glue them on first to make it easier to work with. Yeah. Okay, probably easier to put glue on the back of just the middle part, okay? Just the middle section. And then I'm going to press it down with my hand in the middle, like that. And you know what? Something else you can use is maybe like, you can take empty egg cartons, or those, you guys probably eat like those snacks, those fruit cup snacks. You can take those empty ones and glue them on there as like, maybe like decor on the front of your robot, whatever you want. Like I said, it's just basically you can do whatever you want. So I kind of have this in the front of my robot. I think I need something in the middle to kind of make it pop out a little bit. So I have some old buttons. Your parents probably have like a bag or something with some old buttons. I know I have a bag at home. Some buttons sometimes fall off, and so we just have these buttons laying around or in a bag. So it doesn't matter what you want to use, what your parents are letting you use. They don't have to be the same color. Anything is fine, okay? All right, so I found a couple buttons. I'm just gonna glue them on here, put the glue on the back of the button, press it down for a little bit, and press it down. Okay, so I'll show you what I have so far. Okay, so those are like the buttons going down, okay? All right, so that's what we have so far. Okay, show you right there. Okay, going on. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is put that to the side. Let's go back to our head and our face, okay? So I have these old computer game discs that we used to use, but we don't use those anymore, so I just have them in my classroom. So I'm gonna use these to make some eyes, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some glue on the back, and I'm gonna use the shiny part to show, so the part that like has, maybe your parents have some old music CDs. Believe it or not, we used to have a lot of these, but now you can just find your music online, huh? But like I said, don't just go get one, because it might have something important saved on there that your parents need, okay? All right, so there are my eyes. That's pretty cool. I could see you, okay? Okay, so now, let's see. So now, you need to make sure that when you do it though, that it's not hanging down off of here, because when you go to attach it to the shoulder part, you don't want it to be in the way, okay? So now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just have this has to dry a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna have it dry a little bit, and I'm gonna put this to the side. Okay, so for your arms, you can use some different things for your arms. I'm gonna use water bottles, okay? Empty water bottles. So, do not go to your cabinet and take a water bottle, a new one, and pour the water out into the sink or in your yard just so you can use it as an empty one. Do not do that, that's wasteful, okay? Drink the water first, all right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I have some foil. You could just put it on like that if you want, that's fine. You don't have to wrap it. I'm just gonna wrap it, okay? I'm gonna wrap this in foil. Okay. Okay. And like I said, it might be easier to attach it with, I know, the arms are up here, right? That's silly. Okay, so I might have an easier time if I poke a hole with something to kind of like just fit it in there, or you might want to just glue it so it goes down like this. I think if you want the arm to stick out, then like have one of your parents help you like poke a hole in here with like scissors or something so you could just kind of nudge it in there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have it facing down, like the arms are going down like this, okay? So I think that's what I'm gonna do for mine. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this paper, take the tape, oops, and I'm going to put this like this around it, see, like that, so I have some extra on each side, and I'm going to attach it to here. I'll show you how I did that in a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tuck my tape in a little bit. Actually, you know what? I got too much tape, so there we go. Okay, so that's how I attached mine, okay? All right, you can also glue it, whatever you want. Okay, so my arm's gonna be facing down like that. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it, and roll it like so. And I make it stick down there. Okay, and I'm gonna do the other side as well. Tape it like I did tape the other one. Okay, and I need a longer piece of tape. I didn't make that long enough. Maybe I can use it for something else though, so I don't waste. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it right here to the side. Just take your time, it's not a race. Okay, all right, so that's that, okay? Now, if you want, I have like, maybe you have like some plastic forks or some plastic knives, I'm sorry, plastic spoons, whatever. If you want to add maybe some hands or something, I think I might do, maybe I'll do one of each just to kind of have a little fun with it. I'm just gonna add 1 fork to one side and, oops, 1 spoon to the other side, okay? Just to kind of have a little bit of fun with it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the tape on like this, and I'm going to attach it down here to the back of it, okay, like that. So I'll show you, I'll give you a closer view of it right now. Okay, so I just did that, okay? And then, okay, then I'm gonna do the other side as well for the spoon. Okay, so I'm going to attach it to the back. I'll show you kind of how I'm doing it. Okay, so there we go. Okay, that's our robot so far, what we have going on so far. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is, I think I want to finish my face over here. Okay, so this is dry. So if you want, you can get some markers, and I'm gonna draw a nose, okay? And then I'm gonna draw a mouth. Okay, so I drew a nose and a mouth. Okay, you don't have to draw it like that. Maybe I'll draw some eyebrows. Okay. Can't see them all because I didn't glue my discs exactly perfect, but you know what? That's okay. All right, you can do whatever you want on that. Okay, so now what I think I'm gonna do next is I'm going to attach the head on here. So let me get some duct tape for that. Kind of messed up on that duct tape, but that's okay. Okay, so let's kind of find the middle, press it down, like that, okay? All right, so that's what we have so far. Okay, now, if you want, you can put something on top on the head or not. I have some like old clothespins that I used in my classroom one time. You can put some, you can just kind of, if you want, you could just put them like that and like that if you want them, or if you want them to be sticking out like antenna, that's fine too. So I have like some yarn, maybe you have some yarn or some old ribbon or something that your parents aren't using anymore or something like that. And you could tie like a ribbon on the top or something, tie a bow if you want, or you can make some hair, whatever you want, okay? I'm just gonna tie a little bow at the top, like that, okay? Okay, there we go. Okay, so now, you can also use the ribbon or the bow for or yarn to make a smile, whatever you want to do, okay? I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that on there. I'm not sure if I like it, so we'll see how it goes, you know? If I don't like it, then I can just cut it off or something. Okay, so now we're ready to attach the legs. So what we're gonna do for this part is, let me move some stuff out of my way here. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna put some duct tape on the top of this can. Okay, like this. Okay, like that. Do the same thing for the other side. And you could just also, you know, if you want, you could just use your markers and or crayons and just add other details on there. Okay, so I'm kind of make sure that, oops, that these aren't standing wider than this box. I'm gonna try to measure it so they're not, it's not going to be off. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make sure I line it up and I press it down. Okay. Oh, and see, you don't want it to fall like that. Okay, so that's our guide. So if you want, you can also just take your marker and you can color other things on there if you want, or have more designs or anything like that. But I'm gonna go with this one. I will take a picture of this. I will include a picture of this guy or this girl. I don't know, let's name her, name our robots. I would like you to, I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'm going to show you the whole thing because right now you can't see the whole thing on this video because of the way the camera's facing. So name your robot after you make it and take a picture of you holding your robot and send it in to the office or send it to me on Remind, okay? All right, I hope you have fun and I think I'm gonna call mine, let's go with Daisy the robot, okay? All right, have fun creating, bye.